Welcome back to Malden's Revolution. I'm Mark Linehan. 250 years ago today, on May 3rd, 1775, the Committee of Safety determines that one company of militia in Malden is insufficient to both protect the town and keep an eye on the British fleet in Boston Harbor. The American Revolution is only 2 weeks old, but the town of Malden has already concluded that they need to take a more vigilant stance with the war remaining so close to us. Only 2 days after Lexington and Concord, Malden's town meeting voted to establish a military watch commanded by a captain of the guard for the purpose of protecting the town separate from any military operations connected to the new siege of Boston. The following week, Malden town meeting concluded that Captain Naylor Hatch was the man to command this town guard. But his time as a Malden town guard was to be short-lived. For less than a week after the town of Malden makes him a captain of the guard of 12 men, the Committee of Safety voted that 2 companies be raised in the towns of Malden and Chelsea for the defense of the sea coast of said towns, the said companies to be joined to such regiments in future as they may be ordered to should there be occasion, or discharged from service as soon as the public good will admit of it, and that Captain Benjamin Blaney and Captain Sprague be furnished with a set of beating orders each for said purpose. Naylor Hatch's local responsibilities have now been eclipsed by the needs of Massachusetts, and his command is immediately altered to become Malden's 2nd Company of Militia under the purview of the Provincial Congress and their Committee of Safety. Now, what's ironic about this is that, according to town records, Naylor Hatch and his family were warned out of Malden a decade earlier in 1764, meaning that they were ordered to no longer reside in Malden and could no longer apply for public assistance should they fall on hard times. Now, the New England practice of warning out deserves its own video or 5, but the point is, in 1775, the town of Malden, for its protection, turned to a man whose entire family they had tried to evict a decade before. Captain Naylor Hatch's career apparently began at sea, and he was described as, quote, a stout-built man, rather rash in temper and fiery in zeal. Now, however rash in temper he may have been, he was considered so skilled an officer that a month from now, the Provincial Congress will recommend that he be commissioned as an officer in the Massachusetts Army and not remain just local militia. Now, believe it or not, there were several men from the Boston area who fought in the American Revolution named Naylor Hatch, so it's sometimes tricky to determine which Naylor Hatch participated in one battle or the other. Now, it's possible that our Captain Naylor Hatch fought at the Battle of Bunker Hill. We are more confident that he was stationed at Fort Ticonderoga in 1776. Now, like many Malden veterans of the American Revolution, after his army service, Naylor Hatch served at sea, bouncing around from one privateer to the next, and he was serving as the captain of the brigantine Lady Washington when the war concluded in 1783. Today, Captain Naylor Hatch is buried next to his beloved son Reuben, here in Bell Rock Cemetery, as one of our most honored and cherished veterans, a permanent resident of the town he loved and protected, a town that at one time failed to love and protect him.